Hi all you lovely kings, queens, and in-betweens, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Elaine, and today I'm going to be recapping The Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten Season 1. This is part 3 of my series, which covers episodes 7 through 9. Now, without any further ado, I'm going to jump right back into things with Episode 7. Itsuki gets into a fight with his father about Chitose and moves in with Amane temporarily. Mahiru makes dinner for each of them, and Itsuki suggests Amane be open about his feelings with Mahiru. When Chitose finds out about their new arrangement, she invites herself over and stays in Mahiru's apartment. During lunch, Chitose launches into an unsolicited personality critique. She thinks Mahiru looks distant from everyone else at school, but is different in private and prefers her personality in private. She tries to convince Mahiru to be open about her feelings, but fails miserably. After 3 days, Itsuki leaves Amane's to go stay with Chitose. Before Amane and Mahiru's lives can return to their normal, "We like each other, but not like that, seriously," state of being, Mahiru is visited by a woman who insults her and assures Mahiru they'll go their separate ways once Mahiru has graduated from college. The woman instructs Mahiru to keep sending the necessary paperwork before departing. Amane, having overheard the conversation, asks who the woman was, and Mahiru explains that was Seo Shina, her biological mother. And yes, she has always hated Mahiru. Amane insists she stay with him. Later, Mahiru reveals that her parents didn't marry for love, but for their family's mutual interests. Children weren't part of the plan. She was a mistake that neither wanted to acknowledge beyond financial support. They were rarely home and never acted like parents. Mahiru was effectively raised by the family's housekeeper, the only person who seemed to truly care. It was always clear she wasn't wanted, and she never received attention from the people who should have given it unconditionally. She doubts they will ever truly look at her. She works hard to get their attention even though she knows it'll never happen. They aren't allowed to get divorced while she's around since neither of them wants to take her in, so they're waiting until she finishes college. Once she's independent, they will be strangers. When her mother informed her she was an unwanted child, it left Mahiru so numb she ended up sitting on a swing in the rain. This newfound knowledge causes Amane to feel as though he truly understands Mahiru, how she became so restrained, someone who doesn't want others to see her imperfections. Amane allows Mahiru to cry on him. Amane comforts and reassures her, the girl who becomes an angel at school so she'll be wanted unlike at home, until she feels better, insists he likes the real Mahiru, as do his parents, Chitose and Itsuki. Mahiru is embarrassed by both their conversation and all of the hugging, and Amane suggests she learn to depend on others more. She's not alone. Mahiru seems shocked by the revelation. The pair decide to go on a walk and reassert how much the other means to them, as they hug and hold hands under the cherry blossoms. Episode 8. At the start of the new term, Amane, Mahiru, Itsuki, and Chitose are placed in the same class. Yuta begins talking to Amane more. He's also in their class. At home, Mahiru surprises Amane by requesting that he rest his head in her lap so she can touch his hair. Amane reluctantly agrees and finds it relaxing. Eventually, he falls asleep. Mahiru assures Amane that he's the only one who gets to see the soft side of her, and since he gets to see that side of her, it's only fair that she get to see that side of him. Amane goes to an arcade and wins several stuffed animals for Mahiru, prompting her to ask what he'd like in return. Amane, in his infinite wisdom, says, "Pudding, with lots of eggs." Mahiru stares at him like he just suggested they adopt a goat instead. Really? That's your big request? After enjoying the pudding, Amane admits that Mahiru's cooking makes him happy. It's the highlight of his day. She seems shocked and embarrassed by his words, and uncomfortable when Amane offers to provide more specific feedback of her cooking. Further compliments send Mahiru running to the couch for cover. Yuta makes a genuine effort to become friends with Amane at school, chatting with him like it's no big deal. Mahiru can't help but feel a pang of envy. How does he do it so effortlessly? She's constantly holding herself back, carefully balancing on the tightrope of don't get noticed too much, while Yuta just strolls along like he owns the conversation. And don't even get her started on Chitose and Itsuki, who can talk to Amane openly and publicly, their social standing acting like an invisible VIP pass. Meanwhile, Mahiru feels like she's stuck in the nosebleed section of the Amane fan club. She wants to hang out with him like everyone else. Normal, casual, no awkward hiding required. Amane is fine with it, but he immediately notices the tiny red flags of trouble. Sudden closeness will definitely make people notice. So, as all great strategists do, they decide to take things one small, socially acceptable step at a time. The following day, Mahiru joins Itsuki, Chitose, and Amane's team for a group cooking project. During the project, another student tries to show off and bumps into a classmate, sending their meal flying. Mahiru and Amane had been on their way to the fridge to retrieve part of their project, and if Amane hadn't pulled her out of the way, Mahiru would have been burned. Luckily, neither she nor any of the other students were hurt, but Amane can't help but scold their classmate for fooling around in a dangerous setting. Mahiru notices that Amane holds onto her longer than necessary. It earns him countless jealous stares. Mahiru is upset by how long it will take for them to be able to act casually in public. Episode 9. Golden Week is coming, and Mahiru decides it's the perfect time to cash in an anything you want ticket because bribing Amane with mandatory quality time is totally fair. Their plan? Hit a cat cafe, go shopping, and visit the arcade. During their break, Mahiru gives Chitose cooking lessons. During the lesson, Amane falls asleep. After enjoying the meal the girls made, Chitose heads home and Mahiru apologizes for squishing Amane's cheeks and ruffling his hair while he slept. He looked so cute when he was sleeping. She couldn't help it, like that's a legally acceptable excuse. Mahiru's words prompt Amane to caress her cheek, and he notices she's totally relaxed. The following day, Amane is surprised to find that Mahiru has dressed up and styled her hair for their outing. They start by holding hands as they head to the cat cafe. After spending time with the cats, Mahiru frets over having to ruin the foam cat on her coffee. Amane finds it adorable and funny when she gets a white mustache. As they're enjoying the company of the cats some more, Amane comments that the cat he's petting reminds him of Mahiru. She was a little stuffy, uptight, and unfriendly at first, but became a lot more affectionate once she got to know him. Mahiru is both embarrassed and upset by his words. She feels like she's been treated like a cat the whole time. After their cat cafe adventure, the duo go shopping, still holding hands like a couple of kids who just discovered that public displays of affection are fun. At the arcade, Mahiru wins a cat plushie for Amane because nothing says "I care about you" like mechanically clawing a stuffed animal out of a crane machine. Amane, about to pat her head in gratitude, is interrupted by Yuta, who figures out what's going on. Yuta promises to keep their secret because clearly the universe can't resist dramatic tension. While holding hands and waiting for the train, Amane compliments Yuta and states he isn't like him when Mahiru insists the boys are birds of a feather. Mahiru, suddenly turning therapist mode on, wonders what caused his low self-esteem and reminds him that she accepts him. The following day, Amane's conversation with Yuta in Itsuki, which includes a lot of probing questions from Yuta, causes Amane to really consider how he feels about Mahiru. When Amane returns home, he discovers that Mahiru has been looking at some childhood photos of him his mother sent to her. He's upset. While trying to get the phone from her, Amane falls right on top of Mahiru. Almost kiss moment, heartbeats everywhere! But then, Amane stops himself at the last second and pinches her cheek instead. Womp womp. When Mahiru turns away from him, it's clear she's disappointed. And there you have it, part 3 of my The Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten Season 1 recap. What did you think of my recap? Did I leave anything out? And how do you feel about this anime? Let me know down below in the comments. I always like to know what you lovely kings, queens, and in-betweens think. And if you like what you saw here today, please smash that like button until it's blue, subscribe, ring that bell so you'll always know what's up, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye guys!